Alright, lean in for a second. If you've ever felt the quiet annoyance when your system almost keeps up but never fully does, this is for you. The Skytech Gaming Prism 4 isn't built for people who tolerate limits. It's built for the kind of person who feels friction instantly and knows when it's time to move past it. Before you settle in, go check the current price and stock. Builds at this level don't sit still, and waiting usually turns into watching availability disappear or prices creep up. You didn't suddenly want an upgrade for no reason. It probably started with small things. A render that took longer than it should. A game that dipped right when the action peaked. Multitasking that felt heavier every month. That's the moment you realize your old setup didn't fail, you simply outgrew it. The first week using this machine, the biggest change wasn't raw speed. It was confidence. You stopped bracing for slowdowns. You stopped closing apps just in case. Everything responds the way your brain expects it to. Once you experience that kind of composure, anything weaker feels like unnecessary friction you don't want back in your life. Picture long gaming sessions where nothing breaks immersion, no frame drops, no sudden stutters, no compromises. Picture heavy creative work where timelines stay fluid, exports finish early, and multitasking feels natural instead of risky. Even day-to-day use feels different. You click, it responds. You push, it keeps up. Performance stops being something you manage and starts being something you trust. Don't fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect time. Systems like this tend to move fast, and hesitation usually costs more than action. If you're already thinking about it, that's your signal. You might wonder if this level of power is excessive. Here's what surprises you: it never feels aggressive. It feels controlled. Quiet under pressure. Stable when pushed hard. That balance is what most people don't expect until they live with it, and it's what turns power into peace of mind. Owning something like this changes how you sit down at your desk. You feel prepared before you even start. You feel a quiet pride knowing you chose a machine built without shortcuts. And every time you glance at something less capable, you immediately feel the gap, because you know what this level feels like now. Everything feels instant and decisive. Heavy workloads stay smooth and calm. Gaming remains immersive under pressure. Multitasking stops feeling risky. Confidence replaces constant adjustment. High-end builds demand higher investment. Large case needs proper space. At some point, you stop comparing parts and start choosing the system you already know you want. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you delay and regret later. Check availability, lock in the build that matches your standards, and step into performance that finally feels complete.